She already started.
That's the last thing Africans want.
Yeah. Okay.
She already hit start streaming.
What? Really?
Yeah, she did. She gave no countdown.
Going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm kidding. To my left is
Ian.
To his left is
Tony.
Tony. To his left is Taylor. All right.
Okay.
Another one. Fast
down.
forward. That was a really funny joke, Ian. I'm glad you opened up with that.
Sorry.
Now I want to talk about geopolitics because that's
not
how I
joking.
always open up
Oh my
every single
gosh.
one.
I'm not joking.
Africa.
Second week in a row, we have went off the rails before we started.
Do you guys
Ironically, the 2 weeks that Taylor's the one in charge of pushing the buttons.
Okay, the first one was not my fault.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
And you were pointing like you wanted me to start it, so I just started it.
When did we ever
I think
started
her
it like that?
I
Wait,
think her-
I
Tony was
wasn't
sitting there
even
going-
ready.
I said we're getting started, okay? But there's a protocol.
I
You
think
hit the record button, then you say,
Insert
okay.
hilarious David is here joke.
Hey, David!
That's about time. What am I paying you for?
I think her button pressing privileges should be revoked. Quite frankly.
No, don't do that to me. I enjoy pressing.
No,
buttons.
she
you
needs
enjoy pressing buttons.
she needs to have some purpose.
Screw you. I about said a very naughty word.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys get your pleasantries out of the way while I grab some pizza.
Okay.
That's literally what I was about to do, you turd.
Anyway,
all this time.
we're having pizza, and I made cookies tonight.
Yay!
They're
Not
quite
made.
they're quite literally some of the best cookies I've ever
Right
They're
there
had.
actually
next
really
turn.
good cookies.
Turn.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Turn.
I'm actually going to
There.
Right there.
see if I can. Oop, do that, and then this, and then we're gonna do this here.
That's because they're gooey. Nope.
No. They are perfect.
Is this the right one?
Nah, bro.
So I'm trying to do a. What is this? Select your age group.
Can't you always be hating?
It's just because of the way that I had them set in the weather. I thought you were getting. I was gonna say I thought you were getting pizza, but you already have it in your mouth.
All right, now it's your turn to talk.
You didn't say anything.
I did actually. I was commenting on you the whole time.
Yeah, he was. What is this? Oh, this is not working out the way I
I
wanted
burnt
it
my
to.
finger. My finger hurts.
Well, now I get to comment on this uppity white marshmallow on pencil thin legs. If I was to put toothpicks for arms and legs in a marshmallow, and then evolve it Pokemon style, it would turn into Ian.
I honestly thought you were gonna take a bite out of that pizza and cookie at the same
You
time.
know that was funny. Ian.
I honestly thought you were gonna take a bite of that cookie and the pizza at the same time. I was gonna say.
Well,
what
now that
is
you
wrong
mentioned
with
it, I
you?
kind of want to do that.
Tell me if it's any good.
You know what's a good flavor? This doesn't work. But you know what is a good flavor?
What?
It makes the pizza taste really wrong.
Go lay down. Actually, Ian, because you're up, will you let her outside?
Thank you, Laurie.
And it's not the same flavor that you would think like the s'mores pizzas that they make over at Papa Murphy's. It doesn't taste anything like that.
Well, I wouldn't think so.
But you know what does taste good? Rolling up a pizza like a burrito and putting it on a hoagie bun, like a Subway sandwich. For some reason, that is phenomenal.
I think two of us have seen the Mario movie, and I've only seen bits and pieces of it. David was asking if any of us saw the Mario movie.
It was fairly entertaining.
I loved it.
Wish it was a TV show though.
Can I
Would've
finish
made
my
for a better
pizza,
TV show.
please?
No. Her Highness demands attention right meow.
Oh.
I don't even know what she's saying, but she's saying it with some
It's good for nostalgia, pretty bland as a movie, though. I love Jack Black as Bowser, though. That's what David said.
Man, someone's about to activate Ian.
I liked it. Other did not like it. I don't care. It made me happy.
He did not watch last week's episode.
I will be back. I currently have to put my child to bed.
I like how her bib is a tray that catches things.
Easier to keep her clean.
Her or you?
Her.
Quick, baby, swan dive. That's what I was feeling. I was feeling like nostalgic WWE vibes.
Baby, use jump.
Oh, it was super effective, but for all the wrong reasons. It's more like
It hurt
baby,
itself in confusion.
baby use plummet. It wasn't as gratifying as I thought it would be.
Baby, use shake. Ooh.
What is tied with the Amazon River as the longest river in the world?
Couldn't tell you.
Tony? What is tied with the Amazon River as the longest river in the world?
The Columbia?
Did you guys?
No, the Nile.
Taylor, what is tied with the Amazon River as the longest river in the world? You pull a Taylor and I will slap you.
Dude, I'm doing something for the company right now.
I'm sure.
Go ahead and slap at me, bro.
I'm going
I
to slap
honestly
you.
don't know, but
You don't have much of a beard anymore.
did you guys read David's last comment?
No, I didn't read David's last comment.
It says, I think the movie was fine. Having a whole season of that blandness would have been bad. Nostalgia would have not carried
But
it.
the reason it was bland is because they tried to shove so much into so little time, and we didn't get to explore much anything. But with a full 8 episodes or 12 episodes, they could explore in depth specific subjects of the Mario universe in greater detail, and it wouldn't be so bland.
I'll be right back, guys.
And then here's my most hateful take of the whole thing: is I did not like Jack Black as Bowser.
I thought, because the way you're describing it, honestly, I thought the same thing of the newest Ant-Man movie that we went and saw. I thought there was too much that they put in there that just didn't need to be there.
I feel it's shameful that we mentioned the Ant-Man movie in the same sentence as Mario. Where did they go? They're there. I'll be right back.
Where is he
Where are you
going?
going?
Nowhere.
But everywhere, all at once. Anyways, Tony was right. It's the Nile. The Nile being one of the most significant geographic features throughout all of human history.
Mm-hmm.
Gave rise, the single reason why Egypt, it was the powerhouse it was throughout history.
Yeah, if only they could keep on that.
So Egypt wasn't a good place. The Nile River
Still
Delta,
isn't.
it was really good agriculture for all of Egypt. Now,
What are you doing?
what aided Egypt as a growing and developing,
Are you giving us camera?
I'm going to say civilization,
Sort of.
is that the desert, the Sahara, acted as a barrier against invaders. There are thousands of kilometers between Egypt and, through early human history, the next civilization over. It'd be hard, even for nowadays, for tanks to cross thousands of kilometers and wage war outside of America. So, because we're the logistical juggernaut of the world.
The Osprey and the Abrams would like to know your location.
To the north, they had the Mediterranean. So, unless they were real good with naval power, couldn't wage war against Egypt there. To the south was the Nile River itself, which is a deep canyon cutting through and winding in several different directions up into Egypt. As a deep canyon, it's a very defensible position for a
We are now
defending
live
nation.
on TikTok as well.
Oh my god.
Nerd.
I bet the only one that they can see is Kenny.
Yeah.
I oscillate the camera.
Oh, you're gonna isolate the camera?
I manually do
I
this.
don't know if I
Oscillate it
need
away
you
from
to
me.
have more
I see it.
responsibility.
It's all you. Say hi. No?
Hello.
Ah. Kenny.
What's going on?
Taylor.
So,
And to Tony. Alright, I'm sorry. I am
now that
interrupting
I've thoroughly
everyone. Go ahead.
established why the Nile River was so important to Egypt, I'm glad you could join us, Tony.
I sat on my keys. It did not feel pretty.
The Nile doesn't start in Egypt, though. I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. I just wanted to make that a fact for everyone to know before I go into the next bit.
I really
Egypt-
hope everyone can hear us through this.
Egypt being so dependent on the Nile means that whoever is upstream of the Nile has a lot of power over Egypt. The next country down to the south of Egypt is Sudan. They have relatively good communication. The relations are really good. To the south of Sudan, however, is Ethiopia. Ethiopia
Not so great.
does not have good relations with Egypt.
David said he's got to leave because TikTok is banned by DOD.
Oh no.
And we'll be getting monitored now. We're all
Well,
being monitored now.
he he doesn't have to leave because you're on the YouTube on there, and this isn't like a dual stream. So your account and everything actually is not set up to do
Are you eating
all of
pizza
that.
with a fork?
I am, okay? Leave me alone.
Get out. We're being filmed, Taylor.
I forgot about
Tony had to go and film us and ruin everything.
And he was filming that.
Well, it's live. It's not going to be archived.
Oh, David says I'm
Nerd.
kidding. Sorry if that sounded serious.
Well, so
I
I
mean,
mean,
it doesn't sound like
Armory
it was
Wi-Fi
text.
because I used TikTok before.
I've been following following the Restrict Act though, so that's why I was like, ooh, maybe I should clarify this for him so he doesn't get in trouble.
Ethiopia.
Did I interrupt you? Is that what you're growling at?
No, he's just.
The chair. Well, then get that one and sit in it.
Yeah, sit in my recliner.
I watch you disappear under the table because you're a short man.
I mean, he might be about the same height as Taylor.
Oh, you pebbles. I'm just saying, if we were Bowser's army, you would clearly be the Goomba. Flying Goombas? Just because he's weird. And it makes no sense. Mushroom with wings.
Mushroom with wings. That's what Ian is now. Taylor,
I want to see.
you need to do a T-shirt design now of Ian as a mushroom with wings.
What am I gonna do?
Shouting Fabrizio as he bounces around.
Make a mushroom, just a giant mushroom from Mario, and then glue me and fake put into it?
I don't. You're
Before
the-
I continue
listen,
my
you're the
story
artist.
of Ethiopia, I'm going to go get some beverage.
Someone's telling us to drink up. Who's in this?
How many tears does
Oh, that's Lauren. Hi, Lauren. Lauren's on TikTok.
Oh, well, yeah, my mom has TikTok. Hi, Mom.
That's Taylor.
David
Taylor,
says,
mommy.
how many chairs does it take for Taylor and Tony to be the same height as Kenny or Ian?
There aren't enough in the house to answer that question.
At least 2. That's not true, all right? Because we've had Tony on a chair. There's
Oh, I bet Zach's probably watching.
listen. There's
This is very true.
listen. There is okay because we have video of Tony on a chair.
You're kicking stuff over in my fridge.
We have video of Tony on a chair, and I was roughly the same height as Kenny then. David's the one who filmed that one.
Do you want a soda, Tony?
I would. Guys, can I have a Tony soda?
I don't even know what that is, but it's up to you to develop that now.
She
Oh, there's been one.
she knows. What
Oh!
Do you
Wow,
want
that-
this special
I was a bit
Tony
slow on the uptake on
soda?
that one.
Do you want this special Tony soda or a different one?
I don't care. You know, it doesn't
No,
help
Nat.
that it doesn't help
Alright.
that you're pointing at it because I had the camera right in.
Yeah,
Li-
anyway.
I had the camera right in line as you're like this one right here, trying to be in the all incognito and whatnot.
So, Kenny, about Ethiopia and why it should be recolonized.
Oh, for once I have to angle the camera down at you.
First of all, Ethiopia it is strangely the most unified and yet ununified country in Africa.
I mean, all of Africa should be recolonized, let's be real. Return Rhodesia. Reject
Ask
Zimbabwe.
about bricks.
What?
Bricks. Lauren's telling us to ask about bricks. What about bricks?
Brickin', 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 It's fun.
So there's at least 3 different types of bricks. You got your light bricks, your medium bricks, and then your heavy bricks. And then
So,
you got your Debo
When you're
bricks.
playing a TCG game, which was kind of a redundant statement, but when you're playing TCG stuff, a brick is a fan-made term used when you draw a hand, and the next card you draw into that is a card that at no way helps what you're doing. So if I was to say like Magic the Gathering, or Yu-Gi-Oh, or Pokemon, a brick would be like, oh, here's my hand of useful things I shall draw from my deck of cards. Very much not useful thing that I put in there. That is a brick.
A brick is also when you're trying to transport a forbidden white powdery substance across the border. You organize. them into
We're
bricks,
done with that now.
And then you
Let's move on with this.
Quick, hit the FBI sound effect going.
they'll never take me alive.
Oh, too bad we're
Yeah,
using.
but not on their part. It'd be on
So,
their part.
I
Probably
read-
trip and crack your head on something.
You guys want to talk about news and stuff? I read the most
I wasn't even done with mine.
Okay,
How dare you off the rails on me?
I will off
I
the
have
rails.
one segment
Listen
on this
here.
show and it will be heard.
It says the one
I
who
don't even think you know about the world politics.
says the one who interrupts everyone.
Yeah, but our audience loves it. So.
Only because
Do
of
they?
Ian's reaction.
Nonsense. I'm hilarious.
I mean, I got the feedback from your stripper story, so you're not wrong.
She shared
I don't
herself
recall
with me.
Zach sitting around laughing, putting his game down because he can't concentrate from anyone else's conversation.
like I said, it was a point taken right there. I even got a text message from our partner in the our department.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a text message from him saying, "Oh my God, that was amazing," and then I gave her a hug. Best story ever.
That was pretty great.
I'm glad you know the episode because it's not like we label the episodes with what we're talking about.
I really should. I need
That,
to.
In the description, we don't need to like name the episodes. Oh, look at that.
That
Get
episode.
it to dry and nothing else.
That episode should just be called "Kenny Plays the Xylophone?"
Kenny's musical talent.
Nah,
There was no
that's
music.
Oh wow, we missed a whole bunch of.
We missed a ton of
Oh
chat.
yeah.
Here pretty soon we're gonna have to start like doing super chats. Nope, we can't because we're not there yet. Gosh dang it.
Okay, hold on. The one that I
I'm gonna get
missed
some
was I'm thinking of sitting like Kenny and Ian in one chair and stack chairs onto you and match their height.
you'll need a lot of
From-
chairs.
Borderlands, obviously. I like Mohawk Brick, like Mr. T.
We're all just giving our own definitions of what brick means. You know, there's a pretty good little chat that we had there. Anywho's, it's Ethiopia.
Pick up your microphone.
Immediate. I've been doing a lot of talking without the microphone in my face. We're gonna find out if I even come up on the video.
So Ethiopia.
Ethiopia is trying to build a dam. Or so they already started building a dam. Called the Gur Dam.
Gerdam.
It wasn't funny until you laughed at it. Now I can't believe it's called the Gur Dam.
The Gerdam. I told you go clean your urn, Gerdam it.
I look at this stuff in like a scholarly lens. I'm like, that's really interesting. I wonder how that's going to affect the relations. And you're like, Gur Dam.
You know how it got its name?
You go
You know how
in
it got its
there
name?
with like this super analytical thing, hoping to have a very intellectual conversation with us. The oldest member of our group is like,
Gur.
You know why it got its name? They were looking on the map where it's like, who in the Gur Dam put this dam here? What in the Gur Dam is this?
So Ethiopia.
Kenny, hold on. Kenny is kind of quiet. It's nice. Never
Agreed.
mind, he figured it out. LOL, JK.
JK. So, Egypt is trying to get Ethiopia to not only round itself up, for goodness sakes, but agree to some sort of treaty, mutual agreement, something with fail-safes, preferably, so that Ethiopia can't just screw everyone else out of the water that's coming down the Blue Nile, which is
Before you start yelling at me,
the biggest tributary running into the Nile. You have the White Nile and you have the Blue Nile. The Blue Nile starts in the mountainous region that is Ethiopia, which is the longest continuous unbroken chain of mountains throughout all of Africa, is Ethiopia. The tallest, most unbroken chain of mountains. So, the White Nile, not as responsible for the amount of volume of water that's flowing into the actual proper Nile through Egypt. So it's a big deal that Ethiopia controlling 59% of all water that goes to the Nile coming from the Blue Nile. They start building a dam. Egypt is like, hey, can we talk buddy-buddy about this? Ethiopia? Nah. Sudan, can we talk buddy-buddy about this? Nah. Alright, we're going to get the UN involved. The UN Security Council. Hey, we got to do something about this, Ethiopia. Nah.
Sounds
The
like
United States withheld hundreds of thousands of dollars in humanitarian aid from Ethiopia. Yeah.
It sounds like Ethiopia has the unknown third part of the Nile, denial.
So they did. They actually did.
Gurdam it.
In 2020, they completed the Gurdam. I thought you were going to say something, so I paused for dramatic effect.
I thought better about it.
During the monsoon season that runs through Africa, Ethiopia has been opening up the Gurdam to fill up the reservoir.
Not gonna lie, Egypt is one of the places that I really, really want to go visit
Say
and go
that,
see
man.
and just
can't
walk
help it.
around. Sorry, that was kind
The
of
reservoir is huge. It's half the size of Rhode Island.
Gurdam.
That's a big gram.
Isn't the biggest river also the one that doesn't enter a larger body of water? I know there's a major river somewhere that actually just ends. It doesn't go to a lake or anything, is what Davis said.
I couldn't tell you. As far as I'm aware, in terms of actual kilometers, the Amazon and the Nile are the longest rivers on Earth. Also, ending in an ocean or a larger body doesn't discount it from being a river. If that's what.
I don't think he was saying that discounted it as being a river. I think he was just stating an interesting fact.
Could not tell you.
So continue with the Gurdam story.
Yes. Beautiful.
I think I just made a huge mistake because now he's actually looking at my messages.
So,
I threatened to change his name back to Prince John.
Yeah.
Egypt has it's a huge agriculture for the country of Egypt. 1 in 5 citizens of Egypt work in the agricultural industry. That's a big problem should they lose water coming down the Nile. Egypt already right now has a huge unemployed population. 9% of the total population of Egypt is unemployed. Here's another interesting fact.
I think he meant to say
Most
another word.
of Egypt's population was born after 1993.
Right?
That's pretty young.
Egypt is one of the most developed countries in the world with a very, very young population.
Well,
Very likely.
Incredibly young.
that is strange. So,
Egypt is threatened a lot by the power that Ethiopia now wields upriver of it,
All right.
controlling the Gurdam.
Don't knock it over.
You're not my mom.
With Ethiopia not wanting
Well, no,
to go
I don't
into
do
any
math,
sort
sorry.
of business agreement,
Wow.
international relations,
I wonder
it's
if...
really pushing Egypt into a bad spot.
Can I...
Egypt,
Oh.
Ethiopia has already tried filling the dam 3 times now. luckily, it's been during the monsoon season, and lately, Egypt has actually had record high rainfall, so it hasn't been affecting Egypt that bad. However,
David says, "I wonder if a God of War will go to Egypt next. I'd like to fight Ra and Anubis. Oh, or Moon Knight."
Yes.
I couldn't tell you.
Yes.
Mostly because they got to continue that story of. I don't remember his name, but obviously Atreus has got to grow up, and the God of War. I don't. For the life of me, can't remember his
I
name.
went ahead and got my hair cut.
Is
this week.
just getting older and older.
Who said that?
Ethiopia
Yeah.
is supposed to be filling this this reservoir up across the span of several years. Egypt claims that it should take at least 11 years to fill this reservoir. Ethiopia said, "Yeah, right, we're going to do it in 7." Which means that they're siphoning a lot of water off the Nile River to do this.
Yeah, she said I got my ears though.
Now,
Yeah.
in terms of demographics, Ethiopia, very diverse. Hugely diverse. There are over 20 different ethnic groups in Ethiopia, which is why it's really hard for them to unify on any front.
Oh, you're checking.
Funny thing is, the one thing they're unified on is the Gerdam.
Is Gerdam screw Egypt?
The most northern ethnic tribe in Ethiopia.
So what you're trying to say is they all gave a Gerdam?
Sounds like for the first
they all
time.
birthed the Gerdam. It cost billions of dollars
I'm
for
gonna
that
tell that to
Gerdam.
my mom, the Gerdam, the next time we're at
But the
an
most
estate.
northern tribe in Ethiopia has revolted against the unified central government of Ethiopia, and it's turned into the most bloody war of the 21st century. Ethiopia claims that Egypt has been covertly smuggling weapons and munition to this tribe
She don't like it.
to do kind of a proxy war. And with a death count tolling up to now 600,000 bodies, and it's
Oh my
all
God,
within
that's so
Ethiopia,
atrocious.
no one's winning. Like,
That looks so
eventually
bad.
the tribe was defeated, but even if you defeat that tribe, did you really win with that many bodies laying on the ground?
Yeah, they're
Ethiopia had to go so far as to rent pirates off the coast of Africa to come fight on their behalf.
dead. That is amazing. They are literally
And the
hiring
pirates
no-pats.
lost.
The no-pats lost?
Ow, stop.
Are we talking like Somali pirates?
I don't remember what the name of the specific group was. They hired a specific group of pirates off the coast
Wait,
to come
who's
in.
hiring pirates?
Turn that back.
Ethiopia.
Rude.
So,
Ethiopia's hiring pirates?
yeah, Ethiopia centralized government hired pirates.
It's nice to see that
fight-
Johnny Depp's getting work again.
Egg salad. Is
see his new
hiring
movie coming out?
pirates to help fight against this rogue
No.
tribe that
It's a, I
Ethiopia
think he plays
claims
King
it's
Louis.
unfounded but reasonable.
It's like in a
That
complete.
Claims that
Egypt
Egypt
is-
is proxy is
That would-
supporting.
that'd be why
Is
I-
supporting
I've
this
heard of it.
because they
I-
obviously
I
want to
found it
see
on
the
Facebook.
government decentralized so that they can
Laugh
put
while
in
you
power
can.
someone that's more willing to agree to something about the water rights in the Nile River.
It's not being such a Gerdam water hog.
Egypt is very close to considering all-out war with Ethiopia. Here's the deal with that. Ethiopia stands no chance
No, I
against
wouldn't-
Egypt.
I wouldn't
Egypt
imagine
is
that.
a very modern
You just
military
said that?
power right now.
Did-
Ethiopia is very much
why I
not
said-
a modern military power. And even though both countries have a fairly large, Egypt larger population,
Oh,
there's
Tony.
no way that they could stop Egypt from coming in with a couple of F-16 Raptors, because they have F-16 Raptors, Egypt does.
F-16s aren't Raptors.
You're not a Raptor.
David has said another
I know I'm
comment.
not a Rap.
David says, "Oh, Tony, business idea. Rent a pirate. It doesn't have to be done in America yet. It's still fresh."
Egg salad. And they would just bomb the dam.
Alfred, call the
I'm
guy.
gonna have to make a shirt
And
now that's
Ethiopia
just
can't
using
do much
egg
of anything
salad now.
about it.
No, I don't imagine they could. I don't.
Here's the
I wanna
problem
do
with
this now.
that, is the rest of the world
I wanna
will
start the
probably
rent a pirate
label
business.
Egypt a warmongering country and get sanctioned. And with how crippled this economy is right now, considering back in 2011 they already had a revolution because of the unemployment crisis, which was at 12%. It's currently at 9%, and they had a revolution at 12%. So Egypt is already in a bad way right now. They cannot stand on the global stage
My living room is
dropping bombs on the Gerdam.
I'm so glad my house is clean because you see everything.
I'm sure that's exactly what they're focusing on.
I'm just glad I don't
So-
have a pile of dishes that's right behind me anymore.
The tensions between Ethiopia and Egypt are huge right now,
Oh yeah.
and it's turning into a flashpoint.
Ian has bodyguard experience. It's basically the same thing.
You have bodyguard experience?
Private security experience.
My
Yep,
house is
there we go.
clean.
There we go. That's it. That's the next business idea. Rent a pirate. That's going to be an episode of Dog Water.
Rent a pirate?
Dog water. We need to do waterborne operations, but none of us know how to do it, so we're gonna rent a pirate.
Yar. That's me hearties. Landlubbers.
My house is probably clean.
I kind of think we need to do dog water like like The Office,
On you.
There.
where it's like we have a filming crew.
Now at
and we're
least you
It's
can
gonna be
say
like a
these comments
documentary.
face to face.
Yeah, it's like a mockumentary, pretty much.
I seen one of those about a
No,
serial
I don't
killer.
want you to clean my house because you'll throw all my
A
stuff away.
mockumentary about a serial killer?
No, I'm not joking. It starred the.
How bored were you?
I went
You
through
know
a
his
very
life.
weird period in my life for a while, but it starred the really
Arithmetic
smart
says
guy from
congrats
Criminal
on the
Minds.
13th episode. Thank you.
Oh, I don't
Thank
remember
you.
what his name is.
Thank
but
you
I
for
know who you're talking
congratulations.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I said that
Matthew
She
Gray
will,
Gubler.
she'll know. Hey, who is the really smart guy from Criminal Minds?
Matthew Gray Gubler.
He basically has Asperger's.
right. Oh,
Not Asperger's. He has
Reed.
eidetic memory.
You
Reed.
guys are talking about Reed.
Yeah,
The actor Matthew Gray Gubler.
Yeah.
yeah. So it
Matthew
it starred
Gray is the
him.
actor.
He was the apprentice of a serial killer, and
Ooh.
it was a mockumentary.
But no, that's what I'm saying. We should film dog water like it's The Office, like it's
No,
like a
thank you.
mockumentary with like.
I don't know if I want to do mockumentary style for Dog Water.
I
I would rather just have a story being told and the camera's just witness to it all.
I like both ideas. So you know what? Well, listen,
I think there's
we gotta
jokes
stop
we could
talking
tell.
about it because one of these times, someone, maybe someone important is going to hear our podcast, and then they're going to steal our great ideas. So we need to wait until we trade.
The whole point of having a podcast is so I could share my great ideas with the world.
yeah, but maybe
Very
the ones that
ambitious
are
if you do assume the world is listening.
maybe wait until we at least legally own our great
Serial
ideas.
killers offer apprenticeships. I'll be right back, is what David says.
Haha,
I'll
my
go
man,
with you, David.
my man.
I'll go with you.
I need
Finally,
more cookies.
a whirly
and pizza,
challenge to hunt.
so I shall return.
What? Why would you go with him?
Do you know how much serial killer stuff that I watch?
Well, yeah,
David says, okay, I'm back in on a list.
but
In Ahmed's words, he's probably in the Go Fish deck of terrorists right now. Oh, my hair looks so
Kenny.
greasy.
While you're up, could you grab a cookie for me, please?
I'm so glad everybody likes my cookies.
I enjoyed the cookies.
Cookies are good. Cookies are good. So, when Kenny gets back, I have another story involving Africa to tell.
Oh, what about my topic?
We all
have
actually
time.
do. We all have a topic for once.
I actually didn't come up with mine until this afternoon.
always have a topic.
Only, yeah, but I mean, like all of us have a topic for once. Usually, it's not all of us that has a topic. Yeah.
So, Kenny, have you ever heard of Christian Craighead?
Kenny almost fell.
She's in
Are you
bed,
drunk?
Mom.
More specifically, you might have heard his other name, Obi-Wan Nairobi.
Obi-Wan Nairobi.
Obi-Wan Nairobi.
Have you not heard of this
She's in
guy?
bed.
Can't say I've heard of him.
She went to bed like 10, 15 minutes ago. Well,
Just before we started the podcast.
no, she went to bed while we were podcasting.
You went to bed while we were
Probably
podcasting.
20 minutes ago because Kenny.
swear to everything
taking
holy.
over half.
Yeah, she's in bed. Anyways, so this guy,
Are you sure she got to bed?
I will hurt you emotionally.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna follow up
Room.
emotionally. I'm gonna hurt you
David
in
says
your
I
hot
have
wings.
many topics.
Anyways, so Christian Craighead, he was in the SAS. Bad dude. He's in Nairobi, Kenya.
Christian Greyhead was Sass.
Craig Head.
Craig Head.
SAS.
He was
Yes.
Sass.
SAS. SAS has 2 S's at the end. SAS, not SASS.
Sassy Craig
You're,
Head.
you're playing his game. You're playing his game.
Anyways, so he is working in the private sector at this point. He's training Kenyan military, and
That poor soul.
I know.
In sassy tactics.
You sentient sofa cushion.
This is a really good story, Tony. You should shut up and let me tell it.
I'm sorry. He got serious and sincere, so I gotta let it happen now.
So terrorists launch this attack and take over this hotel.
Sorry, hold on.
Don't throw anything breakable.
Sentient sofa cushion. Ow.
Oh, you got hit with a poppet.
Ow! At least wait till the camera's on me next time when you're gonna throw something at me.
That's kind of hard when you're the cameraman.
He can easily
Did
rotate
Kenny
the
get
thing.
120 mm?
I'm not finished.
No, you're not finished.
I am not finished. Come on.
Sofa cushion. Somebody please clip that.
I'm gonna smother you with a sofa cushion.
Did
That was
Kenyans
just like,
get
I'm sorry, he
120
called
millimeter
me-
mortars? I doubt it.
I'm
I doubt it.
sorry. He called me a sentient sofa cushion. I tried not to laugh as much as I could. I couldn't help it.
Okay, so
You are pretty squishy like a sofa. Sorry.
this is a really good story, guys.
I'm not the one interrupting.
I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at them.
I
Anyways,
think you were looking right at me.
terrorists take over the hotel.
You're going to have to restart a little bit farther back than that. I don't recall a hotel being a part of this equation. He's part of the SAS. He went down to train Kenyans.
Well, he is in the private sector at this point in his career. He's quit the SAS. He's a private contractor, being paid to go down to Nairobi and teach the Kenyans how to, shoot a gun right.
Yep.
Terrorists take over a hotel. He's nearby. He decides, I'm going to do something
When in
about
Rome.
this.
We're live on TikTok.
they're in Kenya.
David. That's
Quite literally, my man
that's why
says,
we've
They're
got
not in Rome, they're in
Tony's
Kenya.
phone
Quite literally,
is
he
streaming
says,
it on the Year Move
I've seen
Studios.
Die Hard before. I should do something like that. So he kits himself up,
So you can't see
and
it
he
on
goes out with a bunch
YouTube,
of his
but you
guys
can
he's
on
trained, and he
TikTok.
says, secure the perimeter. He goes in alone, kills all the terrorists, and saves all the hostages.
My mom says, "Can it be her motel that we do listen?"
What?
What?
Wait. What?
That's her comment. Oh, please. This is referring to your story. She's like, "Can you do it? Can it be in my motel?"
Can
Can this random dude come in and kill a bunch of terrorists in her hotel?
Apparently. I mean, she's
Anyways,
working and
but yeah,
living
no.
there at the moment.
This dude
Lauren
Just-
elaborate?
literally says, "Hey boys, hold the rear. I got this," and proceeds to one-man army this group of, I think it was like 7 terrorists. Takes them all out, saves all the hostages, and it's just like, dude, that's scarily impressive. He pulled an IRL
Yes,
1v7
crazy, yes.
and won.
She wants somebody to randomly go in and kill the crazy guest.
I want to say that he didn't get fully kitted out, but he put body armor over and he was wearing flip-flops.
No, I actually can tell you not only what he was wearing, but what he was using. He's rocking a balaclava because he doesn't want
To
anyone
be
to see
fair, it
his face.
sounds like you thoroughly investigated this guy.
It's an awesome story, dude. How
It-
could you not be interested?
It wasn't just a balaclava, it was a sassy balaclava.
Anyways,
What was that reaction?
that was me trying to contain my
Like,
rage.
I was ignoring him, and he said, it's a sassy balaclava, and you're like,
No, that was.
what was that?
No, that was like a tick from like me trying to not like shout at him.
That was, like, encouraging.
It really wasn't.
It was
Anyways,
sassy.
let me finish. Gosh dang it! So he's rocking a balaclava because he doesn't want anyone to see his face because there's new cameras and pictures. He has his knockoff M4, the L119, the British version of the M4, but it's not the M4, but it's the M4. A Glock 19, his full plate carrier, jeans and boots. Goes in there, schwacks them all, saves the people. It is just,
Did
and
they even return fire? Were
Uh,
they even armed? Or
Yes.
did you just come upon a bunch of people that were posing and then just murder them?
No, they were armed. I don't know if anyone got any shots off because he had a can on his rifle, so he might have been able to get them all before they knew what was going on.
Oh, wait, we got
Did
an
he have like
invite?
flashbangs?
Might have. A lot of his kit was Molly covered stuff. It
Oh,
wasn't
wait,
like
it's telling me.
sitting out there. It was like covered pouches. So he could have been rocking flashbangs. I'd imagine he probably had a banger on him or something. But the main thing is that he did it by himself. He just told his dudes he brought with him, hey, secure the scene. I'm going to go in. And then he did it. So speaking of Africa, you guys really cool. Christian Craighead, everyone calls him Obi-Wan Nairobi.
Didn't know that.
Master of the sassy tactics.
I think
Why are we
Ian's getting
arguing
tired
over
of
the camera
the
controls?
camera is getting.
Ow! Ow! Stop! Stop! Use your words!
I can't use these words on the podcast.
Also, every time he tries to speak, you over.
Okay, so you're all aware.
Every
David
time he
has-
speaks,
hold on.
I'm not the only one who overtalks him.
Okay, to clarify, David has left YouTube and got on TikTok, and David now says flashbangs are useless. If you are close enough to blind, you are close enough to kill.
Quite literally, my brother in Christ just slot him once in the head.
Yeah, but if you have a critical point in a narrow corridor, flashbangs can give you an advantage if you're both staring at the same threshold. But I don't need to tell you that. You probably already know that.
I like his point. If you're close enough to flash, you're close enough to kill. My brother in Christ, yes, just shoot him in the face.
I mean, but not
In
necessarily.
Minecraft.
And
My
in
brother
Nairobi.
in Christ in Minecraft, because my
In Minecraft.
server is a Minecraft server that is about Christ, and we will keep it that way.
I mean, I like what else has been
Or at
going
least
on in
that's what
Minecraft
I
lately.
got from that joke.
I like what else has been going on in Minecraft lately.
It's not David. He is Dawid.
Dawid?
Dawid.
Dawid?
Dawid.
Dawid? Someone misspelled
Total-
his name?
Dawid. Totally different person.
Dawid. Dawid, the Dark Ward.
If you're going to do that, you need to change your name on the TikTok so it's more believable.
Dawid.
So now he has a third personality. There's David, David, and Dawid.
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 I'm getting like
Dawid
Dark
is
Sorcerer
free.
vibes from
We-
Dawid.
Dawid
We need to do like the Christopher Lee
Dawid.
Sourman was like, Darwin the Red.
Dawid.
It's
It's a Polish W. It doesn't. It sounds
Sounds-
like a V.
Aw, you ruined it. Greased weasel.
That's a pretty good one.
Is it supposed to be David then?
Yes, we have a camera and they're still playing gaming footage. Because Tony wanted to, for some reason, film us doing the podcast.
All right. So first off, it's so that way we can maximize our viewership because we have
You're in the lines over there, Taylor?
we have streaming on YouTube and then we have TikTok Live. It's maximizing our viewership. I don't have a setup to where I can do Jeebus Christ right in
I'm
my ear.
surprised your nostrils haven't collapsed from all the hard drugs you do.
Oh my gosh. She did. She coughed right in my ear.
Why are you laughing about that? You finally get breath in your lungs and you spend it on laughter? Not praising the Lord and being thankful that you can breathe again?
She's not an intelligent person.
Anyway.
Can you imagine, like,
Yeah,
pulling someone out of a pool,
I can't stream.
doing CPR on them to get the water out of their
So-
lungs, and the first thing they do is laugh at you? Because what they did to get in that water in the first place was just a dig on you? They're like, oh, you're alive! I'm so glad! Why are you laughing? Nerd! Nerd, you kissed another man! Out!
I could see you doing that. 100%. That's a Kenny thing to do.
Nerd, you kissed another man. I saved your life!
Christina's
No homo.
trying to get banned.
By what?
Oh, if we're trying to get banned,
Oh, no.
I got some things I can
No,
do.
we're not trying to get banned. Shut up.
I got some things I can
Shut
say,
up.
boys.
No. Tiamen,
I feel challenged.
say the other part.
Well, it's
Tiamen.
Square.
Ah, I got it.
I was gonna say, it's not a rectangle.
We just lost our Chinese audience.
Good.
Here.
No, we didn't. That's okay.
It's like they lost their rights, but wait, no, they can't lose something they never had.
Hey, our TikTok is still going after that, so there we go. So I actually have a topic.
Real quick.
Are you done with your sassy tactics? Ow! Out! Stop! Use your words!
I can't! They will get us permabanned! Anyways, hey Kenny. Kenny. What's the North Korean national bird?
The North Korean national bird.
Yeah.
Penguin.
No. It's whatever they can get on the table that night. Because they're all starving.
Wow.
So here's my question.
You got a lot of questions.
I do. I'm a very curious person. I want to take
By
an
curious
Ethiopian person, an Ethiopian child. I want to take an Ethiopian child, a North Korean child, and see which one weighs less on the scale.
answered that, David.
I couldn't tell you.
It's a
It
kid.
depends where in the society the North Korean child comes from.
We're talking like peasant.
We're talking like peasant.
We're talking peasant.
Still probably more than the Ethiopian child.
But here.
If you're
Okay.
talking peasant, you're speaking my language.
You're
You're not built like a peasant.
You can speak a language.
Also accurate.
You're built like the baron that steals all the peasants' money.
I wish my pockets reflected that statement.
He built like Friar Tuck.
My brother in Christ, you look like the Duke from Resident Evil Village.
Ow. Ow, that one actually hurt. Like, it took me a second to figure out who you were talking about.
I don't
Ow.
know.
That one kind of...
You need to talk, Taylor. All right, Taylor, you go ahead and
I don't know.
The woman
Remember what
needs
happened
validation.
last time we let a woman talk on the podcast?
I mean, I wish we should go back to the time when we didn't
No,
let
no,
women
no.
talk.
Did her eyeballs get bigger?
Ow.
I hope
They
that
got
hurt.
They got rounder for sure.
She went from Sofia to Vergara to Amanda Seyfried.
Screw you guys. So
Have you seen that scale where they talked about, speaking of Resident Evil Village 8?
Use your words.
Oh, what is the name?
that you're loud enough to where the TikTok can hear you.
ow.
What's the name of the guy that kills his wife?
Chris.
A lot of people that
Chris.
kill their wives.
Dude, Chris is just.
The guy who kills his wife.
There's a lot.
So, Chris, I saw this meme where they
Your
show
wife
Chris
is
in the
one
first
you
games,
wanna
and he's
try.
like, "Hey guys, I got this teddy bear," and then in 8, it's like, "I killed your wife,
and stole your baby.
and stole your baby."
Okay.
They're like, what happened to this man?
I mean, have you played the games?
I once watched a 6-hour-long video explaining the entire timeline of Resident Evil, and I still don't know what's going on.
A lot of people died. A lot of people.
A lot of people have died. A lot of main characters have died, or at least I don't know what happened to them.
I quite love, I love watching clips of people reacting to Chris shooting Mia. Because it's not like he just walks up and shoots her once. No, he walks up and shoots her like 7 times. He's just like, oh, hey, she's still twitching. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, she's not twitching anymore, guys.
Chris Redfield, yeah.
Chris Redfield, yeah.
I knew Red was part of his name somehow.
Yeah, no. The man is just a walking meme. The boulder puncher himself.
Are you sure it's not Chris Crimson Meadow? I so stumbled over that one. I struggled with that.
Can I? May I?
The works.
May I? May I,
The
Kenny?
gears that grinded.
I didn't
Kenny.
answer Ian's
May I?
question. I just realized
Oh, I
Kenny
see.
has the nerd shirt on, and
Ow! 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 Use your words!
David says
I
you
hate your
don't
existence
need
and
a
hope bad
nerd
things
shirt.
happen to you.
Yep.
And Christina says you are a nerd. Also, Ian, okay, beard. Tony, where did yours go?
Ian's currently wearing it.
It's the only way Ian could have a beard.
Yeah, I had to donate.
Why did I get it?
You're talking smack.
to you.
You're talking smack. I'm hitting anyone talking smack
So,
tonight.
Ian knows what my topic is because we were kind of talking about it before you guys came back. Or you got here and Kenny came back.
The virtues of Hollywood domestic battery.
You were
So-
into some sick, sadistic things.
I know.
What?
So,
Some major charges.
Jonathan Majors.
Ah! That's a good one. I didn't even know that was coming up, but he clearly did.
That's a joke.
But Jonathan.
Yes, Tony. Good job, buddy.
Just like Kathleen Kennedy's career.
I'm so glad Christina convinced me to bring you.
So Jonathan Majors.
It was you or
my
Gavin.
God.
How does it feel, Taylor?
I know how it feels because you do
Do
it
you?
every time.
Do you?
Yes.
Because you do it to me all the time.
Ladies, you're both pretty.
You completely missed it on camera too. The whole point of the camera.
He waited till I pulled away.
There's no proof of what you're speaking of. What are you
So
talking
Jonathan
about?
Majors. So there's more victims apparently coming out about his alleged abuse.
He took his role in Creed 3 way too seriously.
So according to this, I'm gonna read this part. So, as Jonathan Majors prepares for his May 8th court date appearance on domestic violence charges, his PR problems are about to get bigger. Sources familiar with the matter tell Variety that multiple alleged
The
abuse
source of truth and
victims
nothing but the truth.
of Majors
So help us God.
have come forward following his March arrest and are cooperating with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office.
Oh, he's arrested.
He was arrested in March. The prospect of more women waiting in the wings would mark a
Gold diggers.
dramatic turn in the case and comes on the heels of Majors' publications and management firm cuts ties with the embattled actor earlier this week.
Yes, because there's never been, notorious women lying in court about a male celebrity. They just really want to be heard.
The DA declined comment. Jonathan Majors is innocent and has not abused anyone. We've
Said the black eye
refutable
attorney.
evidence to the district attorney that charges are
Well, we weren't
false.
banned before.
We are confident that he
I
will
feel
be
they need to do
fully
better.
exonerated, said Majors' attorney. Yeah, so he was arrested on March 25th.
You know what he should
So
do?
much for a sequel.
He
That
should
was
do?
like a month ago.
You know what he should do, guys? He should line them all up and challenge them for the title of innocent,
So
like
apparently,
Creed 3.
an NYPD spokesperson said in a statement that a 30-year-old woman told police that she had been assaulted by Majors, 33, and that she sustained minor injuries to her head and
To
neck
her emotions.
and was removed to an area hospital in stable condition.
What
Well-
exactly are they claiming he did?
So
like,
hold up. Majors
her by
inflicted
the
minor injuries?
Yeah, apparently.
Wow, he's really just going full.
Apparently, this 30-year-old woman sustained minor injuries to her head and her neck, is what she's claiming.
but
By
how?
a 33-year-old actor.
I need.
I mean, if
I
you're
need to run
going to,
down.
like, do the crime...
I need a play-by-play. I need the NFL to do a slow-mo recap.
Okay, well, here's the thing. If you're going to
Listen,
do this heinous
If
crime,
it comes out,
why are you stopping a minor? Like, come on, get your felonies worth.
His
if it comes out
This was an old
that
lady.
she says that this
How's she a
happened
minor?
when
She's only 30, bro.
if this comes out that she says that this happened when she was on a walk to get her Subway at 3:00 in the morning, I'm calling BS.
Oh!
it doesn't say anywhere where it happened.
This reeks of juicy smouye.
That's so that
It's
comment
just Smollier sitting on the stand in a wig.
was from an NYPD spokesperson.
Yes, because the NYPD can always be trusted.
He identifies as a woman now.
So
Well, he's a panty-waist little ninny, so he probably
Major's
does.
attorney,
I'm getting Kenny on camera and he's dying.
Major's attorney,
You know the funniest thing about that whole thing is the whole cast of Big Bang Theory been like, we stand with you, Jesse Smouye. And his name's not Smouye, I'm just saying Smouye because that's what Dave Chappelle called him.
Juicy
Smouye.
smooth.
but Major's attorney mounted an immediate and aggressive response, insisting the actor
Should fight him.
is
He said, "Ayo, stand up, throw hands, defend yourself."
provably the victim of an altercation with a woman he
The witness
knows.
is yours. Thank you,
And
Your Honor. To the ring.
So his attorney made an aggressive response saying that the actor is
Shut up.
And
Or shut up.
just takes the gavel. Ding ding.
Judge stands up as Terry Crews does the Henry Cavill fist reload. Does time to get that sentence, boy.
So his statement says, is insisting that the actor is provably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows and suggests the woman is having an emotional crisis. A source familiar with the chronology of events says the attorney
can you say
released
that
the
again?
statement while
He's
he was
the
still
victim
behind
of
bars.
it?
He's the provable victim?
Yes, his attorney made an aggressive response.
This is a Johnny Depp. This is a negative photo of Johnny Depp is what this is.
Yeah, this sounds like a lot of like the Johnny Depp case. But
I
yeah,
now
the
need to see
aggressive
fan art.
response for the third time, as I read this, as Tony is currently dying and nobody is watching it because he has not turned the camera.
Listen, I've had a lot of things, milk, water, soda, alcohol, all that come out my nose before. I've never had pizza. That hurt. That hurt really bad.
Kang and Jack Sparrow getting ready to make men's rights advocates.
Men's right
So
advocates.
once again, I will read his aggressive response. The actor is
I am
provably
Kang. Sorry, I'm sorry.
is provably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows and suggests the woman is having an emotional crisis. A source familiar with the chronology of events says the attorney released the statement while he was still behind bars.
So she's got visible evidence of bruising on her neck, and she claims that he didn't. What exactly were they arguing over?
I don't know. It just
Ant-Man and the Wild Two Quantumania suck.
I don't
And
know.
He just clocked her in the freaking jugular.
I can't say the attorney's name. That's why I'm just saying his attorney.
She said his gains for Creed 3 were fake. He said, I catch his hands and see how fake they are. He said, I bet.
So, but it says the attorney's husband, Andrew. I can't say his last name either.
Let me see.
Andrew starts with a B.
Bork.
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 Yeah,
Is serving
Bork.
as major.
Like
I
Bark,
don't
only
have
from Brooklyn.
a
Bork. Bork.
I thought it was like a dog with Down syndrome.
Hey, Mom,
Bork.
if you can, send the video to Dad so that way he can watch because it's not wanting to go through when I send it to him.
Weird.
Nerd.
Bork is serving as Major's crisis publicist and doubled down on the narrative that Majors was the victim when he released a series of text messages on March 30th that were intended to be exonerating. In the text exchange, which has not been independently verified, the woman wrote to Majors, I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone and stressed that she told the police. Stressed that she told the police this was not an attack, the woman allegedly wrote. Please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me, and they knew we had a fight. I am so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We will make sure nothing happens about this. I love you. If
So,
That is pretty damning evidence right there.
so this woman squared off with Jonathan Majors. He has no marks on him, and she has the audacity to call it a fight? That
Well, not
sounds
only
more
that,
like a
but she sent
beating.
him a text message
I
saying,
think you're
No,
missing the point
"Didn't
here.
expect this to happen. It was just policy
You know,
and protocol.
it was just
I'll make sure
protocol."
nothing happens."
yeah.
Is the man still in jail?
It's not like she can make anything
I don't
happen anyways,
think so.
apparently.
We'll probably find
So
out. as soon
there's
as
actually
I read.
there's actually plenty of legal precedent to set this forth. The victim actually doesn't need to press charges whatsoever. Oh, I'm sorry. The victim of a crime actually doesn't need to press any charges. The state can proceed without. So if they feel as though that
Well,
you're,
good job when your victim isn't cooperating. And they sent
they don't
text messages, which
they don't need
are
it.
now
there's
evidence
so much
for the
left.
defendant.
Yeah, they don't need it.
So,
Sure, they don't need it, but good luck holding that up in court.
okay, so it says, a few hours later, the woman allegedly wrote, I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can on my end.
Nothing to
bananas.
worry about.
I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the 911 call was to do with
He's a
me
rich man in New
collapsing
York. He's
and
got plenty to
passing
worry
out,
about.
And your worry as my partner due to our communication prior. But for many who were in business with Majors, the text messages had the opposite effect and raised more questions than they answered, namely why the woman had lost consciousness. It read like a bad Lifetime movie. They basically look like text messages of a textbook abused woman, says one person who is working with Majors on an upcoming project. In recent months, Major had become one of Hollywood's most promising stars with a series of high-profile and lucrative. I can't say that word either.
Lucrative.
No. Actually, yeah. That's exactly what it is. Lucrative roles on the horizon. Now all eyes are on his future with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where he is supposed to be playing Kang in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Majors is still attached to star in the film, which is slated to be released on May 2nd, 2025, and he is poised for a $20 million payday, including back-end compensation. He also was signed to star in Avengers: Secret Wars, which is slated to be debuted in 2026. Disney is monitoring the fast-moving situation and has timed to move deliberately.
I mean, if people are okay with Ezra Miller still being in movies, then I see no reason why Jonathan Majors can't be.
People
Different
are-
parent companies.
Yeah. And also, people are not okay with Ezra Miller still being in movies.
And yet he's still there.
That's because of executive decisions. Because it'll cost them way too much money to turn back and do reshoots.
You guys might not, but I'm still gonna go see that movie because
I'll go see it with you.
because
I think we've had this discussion, haven't we?
We have
Yeah.
on podcast. The mega budget tentpole
because of who's playing Batman.
That's such a dumb reason, and you know it.
No, it's not.
It is. You
I'm
nostalgia.
supporting him.
You nostalgia bait biting little person.
Wow. All right then. The mega
You
budget
love him too. You know it.
tentpole Avengers:
Not the point.
The Kang Dynasty is
I'm
scheduled to
supporting
begin
him. He deserves it.
production
Deserves it.
production in the spring of next year. Disney is already deep in business with Majors, given that it is specially labeled Searchlight acquired the actor critically lauded drama magazine Dreams,
Where he plays the character Major Assault.
in which he plays a troubled bodybuilder at Sundance Film Festival and was prepared to mount a rebus.
A troubled bodybuilder.
Sounds like he's not having
So
to do
his
a lot of
na-
acting
so-
there.
So his name's gonna be Major Gaines.
Oh my god. Was to mount a Rebust Best Actor Award campaign later this year when it releases the film releases on December 8th. Majors also shot the second season of Disney series Loki, which is expected to launch on the streaming platform in mid 2023. Disney
Wait, he's in another.
is apparently
Wait, they're re-coming out with Loki.
yeah, they're apparently doing
Loki,
a second
he's
season,
in major
and
trouble.
He is in Loki's second season. That's apparently supposed to start streaming sometime in the middle of this year.
Why?
Disney has added the wrinkle in that the alleged victim in the Manhattan incident also worked on this year's Ant-Man and Wasp-Man Quantumania, a film in which Majors was third billed as Kang the Conqueror.
No, I can't.
A Disney spokesperson declined to comment. Separately, Majors is stepping down from the board of the Gotham Film and Media Institute and his work with the Sydney
Is this what you do in your free time?
No, actually, I didn't
You
know about
stumble
this
across
company.
articles and struggle to read them for like hours?
You want to read it? Leave me alone.
So we get it. We get it. All right. He's in
There's
some
so
hot water.
much.
He's in
Quite
some
honestly,
hot
it
water.
sounds like none of our business, but like the media will
Or
never
our
teach
problem.
you that.
It sounds like he's in a lot of hot water over a misunderstanding.
Apparently, he was also poised to play an NBA player, bad boy Dennis Rodman, in the Lionsgate film 48 Hours in Vegas.
I'm not thinking of one.
And
I'm
another-
going to crash and burn, but I'm going to say Major Rodman. Oh, that hurt.
So there's another comment that says, "I think the truth is everyone is waiting to
No
see
one
what
else?
Marvel will do," says an industry insider familiar
hard.
with the situation. It doesn't mean
Kind of like
everyone
Major Rodman.
will do the same thing,
Saved it.
but that's what people are looking to.
Taylor, you are a trooper for getting through that, and I respect you for that because we did not take it easy on you.
No.
You are a trooper for trucking through that.
And
I'm
moral
proud
of
of you.
the story, everybody's pretty much wondering what the heck Marvel's going to do with with what happens and what has happened.
The season
Frankly,
2
I
has
don't
been a
care.
thing for a while.
Agreed.
And it's arguably the best MCU show that's come out.
It's definitely not the same caliber of wanton neglect like Ezra Miller.
You might be right that may be the best MCU show that's come out. I would argue
Thank you,
that
Christina, 'cause I'm
Hawkeye
about
is
ready to
better
smack
than
them all.
Loki. What are you talking about?
We should
I
treat
went back
Ezra
up to the
Miller.
comments,
Yeah.
and Christina says, "I'm here to watch Taylor lose her stuff and smack all of you." David says this is a great episode of Total Drama Table.
Total
And-
drama table.
Total
Christi-
drama table.
Christina agreed. And then David says, "I'm getting Vic."
Oh, when are we gonna do that
flashbacks."
D&D session?
You're getting what?
You want
I
to
don't-
start that next week?
I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay.
We need everyone's agreement
Vic
on this.
Magma. Vic,
Hey.
I can't
Short
pronounce his name.
ones.
It's the dude that voiced Broly. Remember, he had those false accusations for
Acting like
harassment.
Broly in real life.
No,
The guy who
I don't even know who voices Broly. I went and watched the Broly movie in theaters. I still don't know who voices him.
turn in your nerd card right now.
My nerd card.
Turn it in.
Bro, I've
Was
never
it-
seen an episode of Dragon Ball Z.
I can't give my nerd card to somebody that never had one.
I mean, he's not gonna lie. You lost the Doctor Who nerd card a long time back, and
Like,
you
2
just
times in a
defined,
You're still on probation.
you just still defined that you lost.
You're
it
still
time.
on probation.
You're still on probation.
That's pretty courageous talk for somebody that's on probation.
Hey guys, I don't think Taylor's pulling her weight. Let's put it to a vote. All in favor of kicking her out?
Wow, what have I done to you?
I'm playing with my ADHD toy. I can't raise my
Recently.
hand.
I was about to say we are not going there.
Recently.
What have I done to you recently?
In
Let the
last
record
couple
show
months, I've
that
done
she said
nothing to
recently.
you.
Wait, someone's trying to join us. Oh no, we're not doing that on this. Sorry, can't risk it.
Who is it?
I have no idea.
Kenny was asking a question, you guys.
Sometimes you get random people that will invite on a duo
Yeah,
stream.
we're doing at max. What? PG-13 at max. I mean,
Who knows? You
your-
never know.
Your story.
We don't.
pushed
We don't.
13.
Listen, we don't really have a rating on there. That being said, we're not gonna risk it. Period.
We are a family show, or at least we try to be.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
So-
You're fine.
did you get an article? No, he didn't. He got a Reddit post. We're not listening to it. Walk away from the Reddit posts.
Wait, let me see. I want to see.
No, why? What is that with women in drama?
Because as long as it's not my drama, it's interesting.
All right, so you want
My
to hear?
goodness.
You want to hear something that's not
Your
drama?
life is a comedy of errors.
Comedy of errors.
Christina says rated R for ridiculous. We are apparently rated R for ridiculousness.
I was thinking we were rated R for a different R word, but okay. Maybe that's just me.
I think I know
I'd
what
say.
we're doing.
I
Yes,
accept-
that counts.
I accept both of these.
Oh, Christina said that's
Are we truly dancing around this word?
No, I mean I am. You can say it if you want. Go
Rated
ahead.
R for retarded.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna do it funny. You want to hear how I was gonna do it funny?
Yes.
You know the Ricola commercials? You know, Ricola, retarded.
I always want to put like the Red Robin thing at the end of those.
Retarded. Duh.
Yes. Yes. Oh, but you waited until
Oh,
the
I
camera
stepped
wasn't
on
on.
my phone. No.
You waited until the camera wasn't on you.
I gotta go 33.
Dumb.
I can feel my face when I sniff glue, but I love it. What were we talking about? Oh, the D&D session. Why are you the way that you are? Ian and I would like to do a D&D session for the next podcast.
I'm down.
Taylor?
I'm down.
Okay.
Hey Taylor, you know
We need to meet
you should
up.
name your character.
What,
Bobo.
tomorrow-ish to set up character creation? Are you down for that, guys? Meet up tomorrow?
It'll have to be later in the evening because I am working with my grandfather again tomorrow, and we'll be working kind of late.
Well, tell your grandpa D&D is involved.
To you, and you need to read this.
All right.
I will
All right,
do my best.
do it.
So what
But I
time,
can't
Taylor,
read
could you
it
be
until
available for us to come over tomorrow evening?
Any and all day.
Any and all day? So after work, what
Because-
time works for you then, Ian?
I
give me
should
a
be
hard
off
number.
around 5 or 6.
If
But-
we're gonna do the D&D,
So it's about the right
that
time,
means
then.
you need
6?
to bring those books the next time I see you.
Oh, what happened?
You ended it.
No, we got kicked.
We got kicked.
We got kicked from TikToks.
Why?
I don't know.
Restart it.
Probably for my retarded joke.
Let's see. Hold on. Violation. Hateful behavior.
Oh
no.
Restart it. Can you?
I have
How
to-
did
I have
the
to-
algorithm even pick up on that?
I
Is it
have to-
because we said retarded.
Probably, and someone probably reported us. Let's see.
Who?
I don't know.
There's a lot of
Dude.
panty
It
waste
doesn't tell you.
ninnies.
Who has so much free time that they just go through scalping people on TikTok?
It's TikTok,
David
bro.
says I warned you.
Hateful behavior. Hateful behavior. Your live access was suspended for violating our hateful behavior policy. You won't be allowed. Content that attacks, threatens, incites violence against, or dehumanizes individuals or groups based on protected attributes.
Oh, if they want to see that, I can
No,
give them
no,
hateful.
no.
Christina.
Do you agree with this decision? No.
I feel challenged. They want to see hateful behavior.
David says I don't think you read it in time though. Christina also says I warned you, and then laughs.
I didn't even want to film it anyways.
Me neither, to be honest.
I like the podcast to be an audio podcast.
I don't know. Too much pressure with the camera just being on you.
I don't mind the camera being there, and I get where he's coming from, where he's trying to maximize our platform presence.
That's where we got the strike from. It was on Ian too much.
I mean, blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah, I look like I could incite some.
He looks
David
like
says
hateful
stream
action.
services have auto detection abilities. Christina says David, they should have listened to us.
I don't know. Listening to a woman sounds wrong.
Oh my gosh.
And yet they have the ability to vote nowadays.
That would be another
What's up
reason
with
for us to
that?
get kicked.
I mean,
Maybe I should have stayed to keep
I should
them
tell you
safe
after the
for
podcast
us.
why I got banned from Twitch one time.
You have
should.
looks from Christina. Christina has sent you emojis for your comment.
That looks like her normal face.
Wow.
I'm appealing this because I think that is ridiculous. That they are.
We were also calling ourselves.
Yeah, we were
retarded.
more making fun of ourselves and
Yeah, no, I'm fighting this one because that's ridiculous. We had 345 viewers, 70 diamonds, 3,232 likes, with four viewers who were commenting up the freaking crap. And our live academy, dude, we were doing so great. That's ridiculous.
post
Someone
a
reported us
video to
because-
TikTok of we
and they
appealed.
didn't do it until after I finished reading my thing, and there's so many worse things that people read on TikToks on live because I watched those.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be fair. I made some pretty risque jokes about domestic battery, so
No,
Damn
I'm
is about the word retarded, though. Someone got butthurt because we said the word retarded.
I'd like to give them the Bobo punch.
Let's see. All right,
The
they got it.
next
It's going to
guys.
take about 24 hours to review this, so TikTok is gone. It's out of the way. Which is
So
absolutely
how long is our
dumb.
account banned?
Our live privileges would be banned for probably a week or so.
We're currently sitting at an hour and 13 minutes.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm going to fight this one. Normally, I don't care about
What am I looking at
the
here?
content.
The red-
Do not
Restrictions.
read it.
Normally, I don't
That
care
will
about
get us kicked
the
on
content
YouTube. Okay.
restrictions or anything like that. But in this particular case, yeah, I'm fighting this. This is ridiculous.
Are you offering it to me, or are you wanting me to add more to it?
Can I have more, please?
That's what I thought you were asking.
Please, Taylor, can I have some more?
David says, I forgot what law or whatever it is, but the R word is pretty much bad in any media, so you guys might want to stop saying it.
What,
Man.
retard? We
I
can't say
believe
retard
yes.
anymore?
Okay.
That's pretty retarded.
Oh my god. You need more soda, or you still have some on the can?
Christina, this weekend.
That's a pretty retarded question.
Can you help me set up a website so that we can protect our brand?
What, you need help to set up a website? That's pretty retarded of you.
Just
Just leave the bottle. Alcoholism is
Okay,
retarded,
that's
Tony.
enough. I was joking. I was at least trying to joke.
That was a pretty retarded joke.
I am going home tonight, so.
Alright, I think I've got retard out of my system.
We're gonna get kicked.
You
from
can't remove
YouTube now.
DNA.
Or chromosomes.
David says,
I
"Well,
can't finish that joke.
don't blame me if Ian gets you banned on YouTube
Man,
too."
that's terrible.
Accurate.
That's her phone.
My phone.
That's terrible.
It is, but it's hilarious.
That's why I made the face I did when I read that.
That's terrible.
I gotta
Do you
I
all
gotta
think
figure
Ultra-
out I gotta figure out a new. You know what? I wonder if I can do it on Rumble.
What?
If I can live stream the Rumble from the Rumble app.
What kind of character do you want to be, Tony?
I've heard about some really,
I don't know.
really
What are my
interesting
what are my
characters in
options?
D&D.
What are your options? You got a couple of different things.
Hold on. So I was
couple.
reading before you get into this because I too had a topic.
Well, if we want, we can
So-
read them tonight, and I've got pen and paper that we can write them down.
What was the sudden interest in that bottle?
First
like
off,
you got interrupted, and then you're like,
Alcoholic. Drunk driving.
first off,
"This
understand.
could be a Molotov."
Understand. This isn't a sudden interest.
This has been a lifelong engagement.
a
No,
lifelong
I was letting the
passion
two
for
of
him.
you have
You
your
have
conversation really quick.
Different races to pick from, different classes to pick from.
Davis says, "I love the word,
different-
but I've had to work it out of my system too because of the rule, law, whatever it
Classes
is."
to pick from.
Yeah.
So we start there.
All right.
Let's start with races.
Okay, holy crap, Kenny! Look what I just found. I just found a list of classes.
Well, there you go. Send that to them in the
Yeah.
chat so they can look at
Send
it.
send me all the things.
Yeah.
So I was.
I'm just doom scrolling iFunny and
But
I happen to find
here's
it.
the thing: I can tell you all about these different things and what they do, but I find it best to just ask, "What kind of fun are you looking to have?" And then we can build around that idea.
a lot of fun.
I think he
A
could
lot
be
of
a bard.
goofiness.
A lot of goofiness.
Yes, I'm out for like you ever seen Vox Machina?
Yeah, but they're still
Check the
structured.
group chat, Tony.
Yes.
You're not going for like Deadpool, are you?
No. No fourth wall breaking. Nothing like that. And I'm not like
Edition.
trying to be like as vulgar, all right, and as
Well, the reason why is there's good to have fun, but realize your fun does not supersede other people's fun. We're all trying to collectively have fun.
oh no
So,
no I know.
As the game master, I'm letting us all know for the table that we're sitting at, the house rule, because now I'm going to implement house rules in my not house. The only thing you are in charge of is your own character. However, your fun does not supersede other people's fun. If you get out of hand, I'm going to ask you to dial it back.
That's fine.
Understandable.
I'll do it.
All right. What
But
kind of
also,
fun?
I was gonna say, but also understand. I'm gonna push those limits.
What kind of fun?
Can
are you
I
wanting?
burn down an orphanage if they do not convert to my paladin's religion?
In
I think
Minecraft.
it would probably frown upon that.
Who? The
Why
god
did you
or
have to specify Minecraft?
Who?
The
Who's
god-
out here thinking he's serious?
Who? My god or the orphans?
What, is TikTok gonna ban us?
I already did.
It only took us that long to get banned? Pathetic. I've lost my touch.
I really gotta tell you how I got banned from Twitch.
I really want to hear this story.
I've said some
After-
heinous things.
After the podcast.
Yep.
After the podcast.
I have said some truly heinous things for the sake of a joke.
I mean,
After the podcast. Christina, help me build the website. We need to save our brand. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know.
check the group chat. I sent you a thing about classes. Quit playing
Oh
with
no,
the scotch,
the
you
cat
fat
accidentally
alcoholic,
came
and look at
off.
your phone.
Okay, it just.
What are you doing, step whiskey bottle?
This is scotch. First off, All right, no, you're half right. It's Scotch whiskey.
I like how you just looked like the cap accidentally fell off. Like, oh no! Bendy straw falls in.
Oh, look at that! What
I
is
didn't
this?
read that. I was
The
too
bottom
busy.
comment.
I didn't read that. I wouldn't read
I
that.
can't read that.
I wouldn't read it. He got tiny woman eyes.
You got tiny woman hands.
You got soft baby
Ian.
hands.
Ian. That's from David, by the way.
I'm proud of it, David.
All right, let me see what we got here.
I feel like the moment we get back up, like if we appeal it and they let us back on, I should tell the Bobo story.
No, because that was some truly disgusting stuff.
Like part of me wants to be the bard.
Called it.
That's fine.
But another.
it? Taylor, I'm going to shoot your printer.
But
you should hear the stories about when I play a bard.
But another part of me wants to be the monk.
Can you be a bard? Can you multi-class?
Yeah,
Bard
you can
monk?
multi-class.
Dude,
It's got to be
The
multi-class
most
within the rules.
flamboyant monk.
You'd be a really weird character to have a attribute set that could allow you to multi-class from monk to bard. You would have to be high. Actually, you could just be high dex. That might do it. You have to have high dex, high charisma.
You mean I have to be suave and flexible?
High dex. So stamina, dexterous, high charisma,
How you doing?
force of presence.
Literally just Joey
What is up
Tribbiani.
with your printer?
It's
He's
put in
literally
the
just
character
Joey
sheet.
Tribbiani.
It's freaking possessed.
If we're gonna do multi-class, I vote that Ian is the cleric and paladin.
Constantly trying to rein back my homicidal paladin tendencies back to, yes, I will treat your wounds and then kill you. No.
Taylor should be the barbarian and ranger.
Okay, we don't have to multi-class. It's not a requirement.
I know it's
I
not
just
a
wanna be
requirement,
paladin,
but I'm
paladin.
just saying,
Also,
like,
it makes it a lot harder to
it-
get into levels.
listen, the barbarian ranger. Oh, you're reading it? Sorry, she knows why.
Some very children safe words that I want to say
The
to you right
barbarian.
now.
It says I'm mentally handicapped. lacks
Wild.
lacks hesitation, just shoots things.
Okay, those are playing printing singles.
Okay.
I want to see her try to shoot a battle axe and succeed.
Barbarian artificer?
You could be a barbarian artificer. That'd be really hard though, because artificers are supposed to have high intellect.
Quite
Oh,
literally.
dude, you would be the forger on Daredevil. The guy or the tailor on Daredevil.
Shut up.
That's what you would be.
Oh, I would not.
You watched Daredevil on Netflix?
I've
Yeah.
seen that, yeah.
Hey, that guy was cool. I don't care what anyone says.
He was a simp.
Is it printing? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say
I don't know, but it's been
It is
making
printing.
weird
It is.
noises
I'm
over
waiting.
there.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah,
to
so-
stick out.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking one of those two. That'd be good.
You want to be
I think Tony should be a
monk or
warlock.
bard?
Why a warlock? Horrors beyond comprehension. No, I don't think I would.
Look-
Daddy issues.
And a cult.
I take it back. Taylor's a warlock.
100%.
David said he was the best part of She-Hulk by far.
The only
In all
good part of
caps.
She-Hulk.
I can't disagree with you on that one. That being said, it was still a really low
I didn't
bar.
even watch She-Hulk.
Dude,
I
that
watched a
bar
couple
was so
episodes.
low.
I watched it for the specific reason that Daredevil was in there, and the moment I saw the Daredevil episode, I stopped watching.
That bar was so low, it was practically a tripping hazard in hell. Yet there they were, limbo dancing with the devil.
That was pretty
The
good.
bar was on the ground, but here you are with a shovel.
You're gonna say blasphemy, and you're all gonna make fun of me. I still like Ben Affleck's movie of Daredevil. That's the one I grew up on. I haven't watched the Netflix.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, that was coming. And you're over there laughing at me, and he's
like these are all really good.
The fact that that just spilled out on the ground is
It's
comedic.
because-
Okay,
it's
I'm
because the
going
thing's
to.
not
This is
out.
what I'm going to do: is I'm going to assign numbers to each of the ones that I want, and I'm going to roll a dice. That's the one I am.
Okay.
Unless I can be two.
Let's just start at one class each.
Yeah, I
Multi-classing
agree.
for a first game.
Multi-class.
Alright, rough.
I'm gonna have you guys
All
work
right.
up through the ranks.
All
you
right,
can't
I'll
multi-class at level 1 anyways.
Other than the Chad that was Mr. Invincible, DD was the only good thing.
Okay. That was weak.
What?
Your sip game is weak.
Oh, I wasn't trying to sip that time, but I will. I gotta be careful. Okay. It was worth it.
All right. Ian, Tony, Taylor, who can sound like Chewbacca?
Definitely
brother.
not me.
That wasn't bad.
I just
That
sound
sounded
like like an
a
Ewok.
saucy.
Like an Ewok.
That was like a flirtatious Chewbacca, but now it's a Chihuahua.
That's because I'm laughing.
I thought it was because she was Mexican.
Tony, you want to give it a shot?
Nope, I can't even do it now.
If anything, it's for the memes.
That was fairly good.
Oh, what was that?
What was
What was
that?
that?
I think that's Tony's
You know,
maiden
it
call.
doesn't matter. Like, we're laughing at that, but if I was in the middle of the woods by myself and I heard that, I'd be like,
Pulls gun and flashlight.
I was scrolling through iFunny.
I'm trying to
And I
remember
saw
what
this
the little
post.
penguin birdie
If
things
you hear-
I
sounds
don't
they
remember
make.
what those are called.
Porg.
I
Porgs.
kind of don't remember anything from the sequel trilogy,
Those are called
which
porgs.
in my opinion is not
Half the
canon.
sounds my daughter makes her sound like the
What about you guys? Do you think the sequel trilogy is
Ewok.
canon?
yeah those.
What?
Do you think the sequel trilogy is canon?
No.
Good man.
I think it should be shot out of a cannon into the
Who
ocean.
can do the best Robert Guilford
Sequel trilogy is
expression?
nothing but
Very
Kathleen
sure
Kennedy's.
I misspelled that.
Robert
Guilford? I
Gottfried?
think it's supposed to be Goppert.
Gilbert Gottfried.
He's like, I'm pretty sure I misspelled that, is what he said. So.
Gilbert Gottfried, and I
Have you
cannot
heard
do that.
him reading? Rest his soul. Have you heard it when he did a cover for 50 Shades of Grey?
Oh my God!
Yes.
No,
It was so
no,
funny.
I haven't.
And I said to Mr. Gray, words may, sticks and stones may break my bones, but whips and chains excite me.
I love it.
Why did you give Gilbert
read an
Gottfried a British
excerpt.
accent? Did you hear that? He slowly went from Gilbert Gottfried to like Alfred if he had a smoking problem.
Master Wayne.
He did.
There's too much
He did.
leather.
It was
I
like
didn't
if
like it.
Gilbert
No wonder the
Gottfried
woman you
and
love
Michael
whips you.
Caine had a
way,
baby.
only way I'd ever even remotely come close to indulging in 50 Shades of Grey, and Gilbert Gottfried made it hilarious.
That's kind of like Ben Shapiro
So
reading
Taylor, how
the
many times
lyrics
you read
to
the
WAP.
book?
Which was also hilarious.
Which one?
It really was.
Exactly.
I own the whole series, even though I've only read the whole series. Actually, no, I
I
didn't.
know what kind of literature you guys own in this house.
And this kids why women shouldn't be allowed
I only
to
read the first one. I didn't care for it. I thought it was going to be more interesting. It had more detail than the movie, but I still didn't. I read the first book and part of the
Is
second
that what you were
movie
there
up.
for? Was the detail?
I don't read books.
I went with my cheer coach to go see the third movie in theaters.
Your what?
My cheer coach.
Oh, I thought you said church.
Yes! I went with my church to go see 50 Shades
Pastor,
Freed.
why are they on their knees? They're getting ready to pray. They're getting ready to pray. Bow your heads, close your eyes.
That sounds like chains.
Well,
They're
Taylor,
breaking the chains of sin.
David said, wait, he's dead? I'm a little sad.
Yeah, dude, like 2-3 years ago.
It's unfortunate. I
No,
need him to read more saucy books.
I have a bunch. Would you like to borrow one?
No.
He's one of the very few
Do I look like a
comedians.
woman?
He was one of the very few comedians to get kicked out of an entire country. Oh, I don't know. Hold on.
David
Hold
said
on.
he was playing
Wait.
Hogwarts in the video. He looked so bleeping retarded.
Redacted.
Redacted. Sorry.
Hey, you leave my gameplay alone there.
Error. YouTube is not receiving video to maintain smooth streaming as such.
It's fine.
Okay.
so Taylor,
Yes.
About your whole bit of not being impressed by the, 50 Shades of Grey. After I know you read The 120 Days of Sodom by the Marquis de Sade, I'd be surprised if anything phases you.
Did I read that one?
How do you not know what you've read?
Do you know how many books I've read in my life?
I think.
How are you this dumb? No, I'm kidding.
If only we didn't get
It was
kicked off
low-hanging
of
fruit.
Out
TikTok.
of my house.
Like you, it was low-hanging fruit. Okay, come on.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm getting Taylor for Christmas.
What?
120 Days of Sodom. And I want to see you read it.
Now I'm actually interested.
No.
Why?
It was written by a fella
What's wrong
by the
with you?
name of the Marquis de Sade. His
What
name
what
is
is
what
it called?
The 120 Days of Sodom.
120
Nope.
days.
I personally don't like reading books myself. There is one book I read, and that's usually about it.
Well, it's a drama and war book, so I don't know if I'll like it.
No, it's not.
Again, I don't read books, so
It is not a war
Only
book.
one.
I don't have
That's not what
time.
it says.
I make time for this one.
I know you do. I commend you for that, actually.
Who did you say it was by?
The Marquis de Sade.
Oh, I found it.
I don't
He
like
says, yeah, it's a
sod.
little choppy on my
It's
side,
coarse and rough.
and I
gets
know it's not
everywhere.
my internet. Yeah, it probably
Well-
is choppy on your side. I'm looking at it right now
Just to give you a little
on
insight of
my
what you're in for, Taylor.
app on my phone.
This man's name, de Sade,
um,
is what gave rise to the word sadist.
we are kind of running the internet here pretty good.
I can preview 146 pages of it.
Go ahead and do it, but do not read it out loud.
Actually, I'm reading a summary of it real quick.
I now want to listen to Gilbert Gottfried reading 50 Shades of Grey. That was so funny. You imagine if a woman talked to you like Gilbert Gottfried?
So I'm going to change this. Besides,
If you get it for me, I will read it and then give you what I think of. Tell you what I think about it.
okay, so to get off this sadist book thing, I'm going to change the subject here.
Subject change.
I'm going to talk to you guys about the article that I read.
Reload.
So there I was, sitting on the toilet.
Minding
where-
his own business.
Where all men do their real thinking.
On a
Listen,
dark and stormy night.
sitting on the toilet, also known as my office.
At least we think.
Listen, there I was, sitting on the toilet, also known as my office.
Testing it tonight, aren't you?
Okay, and I got a notification on my phone on the news break.
You get a lot of those, but you normally
I
ignore
don't
them.
like news breaks.
And I was reading this article. It said, big changes coming to the Big Mac.
Big changes coming to the big
Yeah.
Mac.
And as a almost 36-year-old, 300-pound man, I was intrigued. So I decided to read the article. And there are some changes that are coming to the Big Mac. The article
Also-
reads as such. Go ahead. Read the comment, and then I'll go jump in.
Redacted was a fun meme for my guys in Poland for a non-PC words. Feel free to adopt it at your own risk.
We are totally doing that. Thank you. Appreciate it. No more saying the retard. We're going to say the redact. That was the last one.
You redacted, spear chucking, redacted.
Wow.
So,
Your brain is a soup sandwich, isn't it?
I don't think there's brain left. I think it's just sludge.
It's a vile and wretched hive of scum and villainy.
There's just embryonic fluid in there. Sorry, that was the wrong fluid.
What?
There's spinal
Cerebral spinal fluid. Amniotic fluid? Is there a baby in your skull?
That would explain some of the headaches.
I still can't get over how funny it is that there's just a printer vomiting paper on the floor over there. I would be careful next time you sneeze. A freaking child's leg might fly out your nostril.
I'm in labor now. I want my
I'm in labor
Jesus,
now.
and Bill
That
just
was really
poured
funny.
out of his
That's
nose
true. I'm
like
in
a
labor now. Because that's how labor works. Yes, I love that.
I needed epidural.
We were at home one day, and then she sneezed, and now she needed to give birth.
It's just gonna be like this umbilical cord hanging out of his nose like a huge booger.
Cut it, please. Wrap something around it. Cut off the blood flow. Let it shrivel and die. Are you laughing so hard your back hurts?
Tony, you redacted. Quit saying redacted.
You redacted.
Hey guys, you want my sinus baby?
Oh my
Sinus
God, no, I
baby?
don't want your sinus baby.
I think Tony's dying.
Tony, are you having a sinus baby too? You massage the sinus. That's how you help with labor. You kind of got to push it out.
Oh my.
Wow.
Either that or get a pair of needle nose pliers, just rip it out.
How many of those are you printing out?
I printed 5 in case we need to.
Oh, that is
Frank,
the second
giggling,
time
moving.
you've almost killed me on this podcast.
The first one was your stripper tail.
I thought the first one was what was MILF and cookies.
No, that made me almost squirt Dr. Pepper out my nose, but the stripper
How do you
tail.
not know about that one? There's a guy that drives around town with that on his truck.
What?
That slogan he just said?
No, I didn't hear the slogan.
Oh.
What was the
Hit him
slogan?
with the slogan.
It was back. It was like one of our first episodes. Like I like MILF and cookies.
Oh yeah, no, I never seen that. I don't read people's the crap on people's
Probably
trucks.
because you're blind and you can't see that.
Do you see the dude who's got a tent popped up in the bed of his truck like a cab over camper?
Don't you mean this trailer? Wasn't it on a trailer?
No,
He was pulling
it
the
was the bed of his
trailer.
truck.
No, it's in the bed of his pickup. That
Oh.
wasn't. Why do you think I made fun of it? I got a picture of it here.
As I say, I thought you had sent it, but it was on a trailer.
When did you take a picture of it?
I was driving.
Yeah, I thought it was a trailer.
A school bus driver, ladies and gentlemen.
Moving on.
I wasn't in a bus.
That's alright. I have footage from my phone of the river when it was flooding. That's as far as I'm going to go into why that video exists on my phone.
No,
You remember that
I
one?
was gonna say you sent that to me. We had discussions about that. Listen, I
We'll explain that one after the podcast.
came out to one of those. Listen, I appreciate you sending me that, but we need to have a talk. Please come into my office.
It's still on my phone.
Holy, you guys go
If
through
you-
a lot of pictures.
If you click the tag, you can go and just see photos and stuff.
Oh, that reminds me. I do have a pretty funny video on my phone of a guy that parked in a crosswalk. I don't know if you guys saw that one.
Oh,
No,
yeah, I told you to
I
put that
didn't.
up on TikTok.
I still haven't done it.
You are
I'm so good at
Fired.
that. Matter of fact, I might just take our dying hours of this. Oh no, we still got like 23 minutes. Someone sent a message? Oh, photo. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can find it. It's gonna be kind of hard.
I keep getting these things for kid casting, trying to get me to get my daughter signed up. And honestly, if it pays with
Here we go.
they email me,
Taylor,
it'd
you'll be the
nice.
first one.
Ooh!
Taylor.
Hold on.
Okay. So I'm here not doing a whole lot, waiting in my bus.
Taylor!
Come out of the volleyball game. And I
Taylor, you. Why are you the way that you is?
I'm reading what Ian sent me. Hold on.
What heinous monstrosity flows through your phone? The name already throws me.
And you all think that I have a messed up mind.
Let's face it, guys. This podcast is really just a support group to keep me somewhat on the straight and narrow, and like make sure I still have somewhat of a grasp on reality.
That's fairly accurate, actually.
I honestly thought I was going to say I'm inevitable. Can you imagine whispering that in someone's ear? I'm inevitable. Ah. Anyways, Taylor. Taylor.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm here not doing a whole lot, waiting in my bus for these people to come out of the volleyball game. And I just happened to notice this crosswalk right in front of me. And that guy right there. Now, is that a parking
that's hard to say if he's actually in a parking space or in a crosswalk because there's another parking space
Ian,
right next to it.
You must watch this video.
Okay.
David says I can't find anything that says the R word is banned. I swear I saw it before though, but it seems that it can be considered hate speech. Did I just hear that these podcasts only exist to keep Ian straight? Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
you did. That is exactly what you heard.
No, that is not
attempts
what I
to-
said.
did.
Exact word you said. It keeps me on the make sure that I am on straight.
And narrow. It makes sure that I keep my grasp on reality.
And that guy right there.
Hey,
It took me a time to watch.
selectively clip that.
Selectively clip it.
I
Yes.
should make a
Anyways,
meme-
this
I
right
should
here.
make
Here's
a-
the picture of the guy with his
This
tent.
guy literally popped a tent in the bed of his truck and is driving it around like a cab over camper. I would like to selectively clip the part where you just say a guy's pitching a tent in the back of his truck and driving around town.
I guess it is in the back of his truck. The way it looked like it was on the back of a trailer.
Yeah, I know that's the way it looks. But he's got the tailgate down. I ran into this.
That guy's an extreme camper.
Shouldn't say I ran into him. He wound
You
up.
should
should've.
be part of a fire crew.
He wound up in front of me again the other day.
Wildland Fires.
I have slept in the bed of a pickup. So one of the times when I was
Drive in
younger,
movie theater.
who hasn't?
my mother left me back there and continued to drive.
Again, who hasn't?
That'd be kind of baller.
But no. So we were going. It was when I was still in
As
middle
long
school.
as the bed sheet
Well,
doesn't fly off.
shush.
When she's
Your
done,
mouth.
I've got a story about being in the bed of a truck.
Okay. So when I was still in middle school, I think it was my 6th grade year, we went to a dog show down in
When you were what?
in middle school.
Oh, I thought you said some Mexican word.
No, I said in middle school.
Buenos noches, mi amigo.
We went down to Texas for
¿Qué pasa?
Oh my god. I'm going to hit you. Just as Christina suggested. But
Disculpame.
but we were going down there for a dog show in Texas. And we
No
decided-
habla español.
we were going down in Texas.
She almost fell out of that chair trying to
we were
reach you.
driving down to Texas.
It was the same spot too.
David says sorry, straight again. Ian likes to keep his tailgate down.
Yes.
That one had
yes.
nothing to do with me. Shut up. No.
It means he's available in prison.
No. No. No.
I guess that means you're the one bending over to the soap bar.
Ian, when was the last time you felt the touch of another human being?
I'm sorry, little one.
I still wish they would have whispered, "I'm inevitable."
He's laughing because he doesn't even know what's going on either. No, but so we were driving down to Texas and we stopped at one of the Walmarts. Can't remember. I think we were in.
From where?
So we
Where did you live that you were driving down? to
here.
Texas?
We lived here.
Why were you driving down to Texas?
We were going down there
Who
for
hurt you?
for a dog show. We were going down there for a dog show.
Someone hurt you bad then. You needed dogs.
Proper background noise for the Mexican story.
I could drive down to Texas like this.
Please continue, Taylor.
Oh, we need to
getting
keep
into it.
talking while this plays, otherwise copyright strike.
Nope, it's not. It's just happy, merry. It's just happy music.
Yeah, but I guarantee someone's gonna
Yeah, we're gonna get
throw a
tagged.
fit if we don't talk over this.
But so we were driving down there, and I can't remember which state we stopped in because we slept in Walmart parking lots. So the
I'm getting some Tom and Jerry vibes for some reason. Like old
That
school
made me
Tom and
so
Jerry vibes.
happy.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, but so my mom had the hard shell, cover for the.
Oh, at least you had that. Okay, I was thinking like you were fighting the wind chill
No, so
for your blanket. It turned into a cape as you're
she
holding it
had
against
her-
your chest and it's
she
in
had
the wind.
hard top.
She
And-
embraced her heritage and became a burrito.
I don't know how that wasn't the most enjoying nap of your life.
It was actually.
You know
but-
what's a good place to take a nap on? A boat. I don't know if you ever slept on
Yes.
a boat. It's majestic.
It really is.
I love sleeping on boats.
But we were driving down there, and my sister slept in the truck. We were sleeping in Walmart parking lots, and we were pulling the dog trailer because we had the dogs. We were obviously taking the dogs down for the dog show. And I can't remember which state we were in, but it had one of the big super Walmarts or whatever. The big, a lot bigger than the ones we have. I think it was even bigger than the one in Walla Walla. But apparently my mom woke up and was, not tired. My sister was sleeping in the cab of the pickup, and me and her slept on an air mattress in the back of the pickup, in the bed, and she literally just pushed everything we'd put on the tailgate in with me, closed the tailgate, and took off. And I woke up somewhere in the middle of nowhere going, where am I, and why are we moving?
This is the story of how Taylor got kidnapped.
I thought I honestly was. It was honestly, I had to look through, and I opened, because my mom's got the automatic thing, the back windshield window in her truck, and then there's, the space that you can open it to get it into the bed of the pickup, and I knocked on the window, and she opens it, and while driving, I climbed through the window into the back seat, and going, where are we? And you just left me back there.
I would have stayed in the bed.
I
That would have
thought
been
about it.
that would have
I
been a
really did.
baller
I thought about
experience.
it.
Unless I had to pee, I would have stayed back there the whole ride. It's not like, what are you gonna do? Drive? No. I'm gonna sit
I do remember-
uncomfortably in the back of a pickup like this for hours on end. I'd rather stay in an
I
air
had the whole back
mattress.
seat to myself. I laid on the back
Would
seat. I
you
spread out
lay
the
on an
back
air
seat.
mattress?
It was pretty
I
different.
mean, to me, it wouldn't have mattered if it
We're
was an
kind
air
of-
mattress or not. I would have stayed back there.
Ian, adults are talking. No, I'm kidding.
No, it was pretty deflated. But
We're all here acting under the assumption that Tony would stay on an air mattress and it wouldn't just go.
It'd still probably be more enjoyable than him sitting upright in the back seat of a truck.
but
I said it wouldn't even matter if there was an air mattress back there or not. I'd still stay back there.
Yeah, but Tony could sit there and just swing his little legs because his feet can't touch the ground when he's sitting in the car because he's so small. Just kicking his little feet
awkward silence.
in the back seat because he's the size of a
I
child.
think what made me hate that trip the most was that we popped 2 tires on that trailer.
I like
changed
how he's got to
both of
project
them.
his hatred of you onto me.
But you got to sleep in the back of the truck while somebody else drives, so that
There's
sounds
enough
like a
hate
good
to project
trade-off.
on everyone.
But yeah, I had to trade both of them. One of them popped in Wyoming. It was the same tire that kept popping though, which was so irritating. We changed it in Wyoming, and then we changed it on the freeway in Oklahoma, and I was in shorts, and it was hot. Like, I think what was the temperature that day? I think it was upward of 90. It was over 90 degrees out there, which means that pavement was hotter than heck. And I was out there in shorts trying to change this stupid tire. It sucked.
My dad has a cab over for a camper. It sits in the bed of his pickup, but the bed portion of it sticks out over the cab. Just a typical camper that fits on trucks, pickup trucks. And we were driving to Central Oregon one time, and I asked, "Hey, can I ride in the camper?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, if you want to go lay down in the bed." And again, the bed was sitting above the cab of the pickup, and it had windows, so I could see where we were going. So I spent the whole ride to Central Oregon laying on a bed, looking out a window, and I could see where we were going. It was my most favorite ride to Central Oregon
I
ever.
think one of my favorite rides that I did was in a motor vehicle. Is my great aunt used to have one of the smaller RVs,
Mm-hmm.
and it had like a twin bed above the cab area, and you saw it in front of you. And we were driving up to Mount Emily. We were going with me, my sister, her boyfriend at the time, when we still talked with my great aunt. And my sister, I don't remember what my sister was doing, but I laid up there the whole way reading a book and watching where we were going. It was really cool. That was the most.
I don't think I could read a book well.
See, I
in a
have to read a
vehicle.
book unless I am driving or in a front seat. I have to read a book or I get car sick.
I'll get car sick from reading the book.
Yeah, no, I reading a book in a car does the opposite effect to me. It keeps me from getting car sick, especially if I'm in a back seat.
I don't get car sick.
It baffled my family to no end that I could do that.
I just sleep.
He does that while driving too.
I can sleep anywhere. That's my dad power.
I can fall asleep anywhere. I can't stay asleep anywhere.
That's what I've got. Is
I can't fall asleep anywhere, but I can sleep at any time of the day. That's my graveyard power.
I fell asleep on a ladder once.
I have that same graveyard power. My favorite ride was me doing 90 miles an hour down Cabbage on my motorcycle, even on the corners, says David.
How are you still alive?
He's the hippie. Nothing.
By
kills
the
hippie.
grace of God.
You corner cutter.
God can't take him yet. He hasn't
I
put in the new
guarantee
gym.
you were cutting corners. Not gonna lie, I cut corners when I go down to Burns. Because there's like certain times of the day, and I've learned when they go and patrol that, because I've driven down there so much, and I cut the corners on Battle Mountain. I will admit that.
I don't like the drives at Burns.
See, my favorite drive going down there was in the middle of that. It was a couple years ago. It was before I was even dating Dusty. It was when I still had my German Shepherd, and it was me and my dog when there was a really big thunderstorm that came through, and driving over that was really nice. I had windows down. I had my sunroof open, and of course I closed it when it started to rain, but I still got to see all the lightning and everything like that. It was really cool. It was all cool until a freaking elk decided it was going to cross the street in front of my car, and I thought I was going to hit the stupid thing. And all I could think was, I can hit a deer and be okay. I hit an elk. I'm going to hurt.
I don't even know what my favorite drive is.
I don't have a favorite drive.
I like the drive. I like going over Meacham in like the summer when everything's green. That's a pretty drive in the summer. Or not Meacham, Tollgate.
I like driving around Mount Hood. That's a pretty nice drive.
I didn't cut cornered. I stayed in my lane. Second scariest ride experience I've ever had. First one was going 134 down a highway.
Was that... Oh, what's the name of that? It's Tollgate. I think we were doing that on Tollgate.
Wow.
We were coming down Tollgate.
Wow. There was somewhere on the drive down to Texas, there was somewhere that the speed limit was actually 90, 95. I can't remember which state it was, but the speed limit was actually posted at 95.
We just need to make I-84...
That's Montana.
We need to make I-84 6 lanes
We
wide.
might have gone through Montana. I don't remember if we did or not.
6 lanes wide and call it the Autobahn.
Because we didn't come back the same way we did. We went in a big circle because we came back through New Mexico and Utah.
I saw a first student bus doing 55 on this side of the state. It was all the way from, like, I think Astoria. So that thing's come a long way, first of all.
Yeah.
And I passed it. I was going 65. And I stopped. I was like, oh, I don't want to pass this guy because maybe, like, I'm going too fast. I looked down. I was like, no, I'm doing 65. And so I slowed down to match their speed just to see what they were doing. And they're going 55.
Some of their buses are governed out.
Yeah, a lot of the... I think...
That poor man.
Also,
That
I
poor
can't
dude
remember
is,
which
like,
bus it
limping
was.
himself through our traffic on the freeway.
Oh, I remember.
Become
I'm
ungovernable.
wasn't
pretty sure
governed-
there was
Break
a
your
golf
bus.
cart that passed him.
there's also ODE regs that come into play there.
So it was governed, like, the top speed
I
it
would
would
hate
go.
life.
I think it was
If I
when
had
I
to go
went
to
to
this side of the
go...
state from that one going 55 the whole way.
It
We're
was
staying
when
the
I
night
went-
at a hotel because we're not coming back that night.
David said no, it was on my bike. I had a slight slide wind and side wind and was leaning just to go straight.
One of
I
these
eventually
days-
hit the realization that if the wind changed or cut, I'd fly off the road.
One of these days, David, we got to open up a Discord and have you just come in as a guest rather than just reading your comments.
I agree with this statement.
Be nice to hear from him.
No, I can't remember if I was meeting Zach or Doug in Hood River when I had to take a bus over there, and I had to put my foot all the way. I had like all the gas the whole way down, and the top speed it would go was 65, and there was no cruise control on that bus, and it sucked.
Yeah, but if you can floor it, you can at least put your weight on it and then forget about it. That's fine.
I have short little legs. I had to put something behind me because the seat wouldn't go forward enough.
Sounds like a skill issue.
I mean, I should have taken Joe up on his offer to get me a pair of stripper boots just so I could reach the pedals. Those really tall platform boots just so I could reach the stupid pedals.
That's pretty funny.
Joe was going to get me a pair that had goldfish in it.
Woot woot.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Too much Tony drink?
No. There's never enough Tony drink. Shut up, Taylor.
And they say I know when too much is
Shut up, Taylor.
Are we within that 10-hour window yet?
Yes, we've got a little under 5 minutes left. David said I'd be down, but I feel like your discussions might go off the rails. LOL. Also, not big on political discussions.
That's all right. We'll bring you in after Kenny's segment of geopolitics.
They're amazing. You guys are just dead inside.
No, you're just the only one that keeps up with geopolitics.
I keep up with some, but I don't normally talk about it.
I'm more of a local guy myself.
Woo.
Small man has small dreams.
We have
But many children.
He doesn't want to be the only small person.
I mean, why do you think we voted in Taylor?
I can make it
I
look
saw
like you
your
died. You
Asian
still be
baby at
walking
Walmart
around.
when I was picking up drinks.
You said what?
I saw your Asian baby at Walmart.
Did you?
Yeah, with her grown-up counterpart.
Her mom. You can...
Her grown-up counterpart.
Her mother.
I'm not gay, by the way. Just want to put that out there.
I took a gay test today.
You took what?
It popped up my thing to figure out if I was gay. I took the quiz and it wouldn't tell me if I was gay or not.
You
I did because I was curious.
broke the gay test,
I
Taylor.
did. I broke the gay test.
She took the gay test and it said, "I've got no clue."
It
So,
wouldn't tell
I
Taylor-
me.
don't know.
2020.
Listen, I don't know what your orientation is. Okay, this is a new one. You're gonna have to call Berkeley.
So, Taylor's coming out on stream, everybody.
This poor 20Q
No, I was just curious.
AI couldn't figure it out. I'm imagining it was a lot like 20Q.
Well, it was supposed to tell me whether I was gay, bisexual, or straight.
Like I said, she
But
broke
it
it.
wouldn't tell me.
It couldn't figure it out.
I just wanted to see if
I had to ask more questions.
I
The
think
last question was like, "All right, I give up. What are you?" Now I want to see if like a 20Q can pick up on that. What are you? I'm gay. Ask your 20 questions to see if you can narrow down whether or not. You know, my dad was really unfair. When I played 20Q with him, he picked oil leak. How is a 20Q supposed to figure out that he has an oil leak? That poor thing was running around trying to figure out what the heck it was. So, what are you? I am bigger than a loaf of bread, yes.
Depends on what stage I am.
Did you know that they actually bulldozed and completely tore down Betty White's house?
She didn't need any more.
Yeah, the people that bought it, they bought it for upward of 10 million, completely tore it down
To do what?
to rebuild it,
Oh.
to rebuild whatever they were gonna build.
Oh, okay.
Because it wasn't Betty White's house anymore.
Mhm.
Well, I was just real curious if they
Kind
were
of
going to
like
do
Dr.
something about
Seuss's
it.
house isn't Dr. Seuss's
I
house
was really
anymore.
curious
Still
if they
looks
were
like
going to be like, "Oh, we're going to mow it down," and then like do nothing with the lot.
It's
Really?
okay. I'll listen. I just have no interest in
I-
non-European or Asian cultures.
I kind of feel like
Who?
I would do that.
Non-European or Asian cultures? This man doesn't care about Africa.
Apparently
Where were
not.
you for like the last year and a half?
Bring back Rhodesia.
By the way, got a weekend
Damn it.
off finally.
I was hoping he was going to say
you want a
something
game
like
this
Djibouti
weekend.
or something.
You said the word.
What?
You did. You dropped the D word.
What?
Yeah.
Dave says,
I
by
didn't
the way,
catch
I
it.
got a weekend off finally if you're down.
You
if
sat
you're
there and
gaming
you're
this
like,
weekend.
"Grr, damn it."
You're damn.
Or damn.
I got you that cookie and you didn't even eat it.
Make
I was going to, and then
Make
I
sure.
just.
sure. Grr, damn.
Well, thank you for joining us in another podcast, guys. I've been your host, Kenny, and I've been with
Ian, and I'm here
every
with
night.
Tony.
Every night.
And I am Taylor.
Some
every
nights.
Like I said, I've been with all these folks every
What
night.
did you say?
Some nights.
I heard nuts. I'm gonna be fair.
I heard sucks.
I mean,
I think we
probably.
all heard variations of relatively what we thought Ian said. Go ahead and catch us on our social media platforms like TikTok, where we are totally not banned for the moment, and we're gonna figure out Rumble and
This week, it is.
Twitter will
It's
come
on the docket this week. Twitter's being reactivated.
I'm never gonna do
Rumble's
anything
being-
on Twitter. I'm gonna tell you that.
That's fine. I'll handle the Twitter. This week, I'm
There's
reacting.
something called Rumble that Tony likes to talk about.
Yep,
Another
Rumble's
fun word
getting
that can get
updated.
you in trouble is the Japanese word for man or mortal.
What is that word?
I don't know. But I'm not going to search it up and say it because
DM me.
I don't remember all
Anyways,
the
yeah,
things
so
that-
all the social medias and whatnot, they're going to wind up
Yarr.
being reactivated this week. I'm putting it on the docket. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to this channel. Tell all in and check out our stuff. We're also coming out with new skits this week as well. So you're going to want to hit that notification bell and keep a lookout for all of those. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into the podcast. And as always, it's
Your move, Internet.